2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
With Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Aristotle, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Pistons in Detroit. This Detroit group has been getting things done. They are really playing at a high level right now, going 8-1 over the last 9 games. And we'll be watching Andre Drummond tonight. Guys, we've seen him grow from a raw prospect into a powerhouse on the stat sheet. How good can he get?
I don't like talking about myself, but he reminds me of the younger me with all these 20.
What do you mean you don't like talking about yourself?
Anyway, I don't like talking about myself, but he reminds me of a younger me with all these 20 and 20 games.
Okay.
But the difference is he doesn't really need the ball to get good looks, and he cleans up the misses for others. He's a rebounding machine. I never really did that.
But he has the physicality, Shaq, and the size to become a dominant player. I don't know if he's on your level yet, but if he sharpens his skills a little bit more, you know, he's got about a 4-year window to do it. He can possibly have some SLNs. You know what that is, right?
Shaq like numbers, baby.
Right.
Does he, you know he has a nickname?
What?
Superman is in the building.
No, it's not Superman. Oh. The Big Penguin. The Big Penguin. Andre Drummond. The Big Penguin.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Me either, but that's his nickname.
Ernie,
don't give me that blank stare.
Can you hear that sound, Ernie?
No, there is no sound. You don't like the Big Penguin?
No.
Wow, but you do like Andre Drummond.
How about Mr. Drummond? Different strokes.
How about Kevin Harlan? Take it away.
Timberwolves continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. The Pistons hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. And, of course, Boban Marjanovic. Even without him over the short term, they've really come together and are playing some pretty good basketball.
And his fans, teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all that he's brought to the table. But I like what the trade does for them. I bet it helps them right off the bat, not to mention in the long term.
And as we got a few moments here before the tip, let's go to David Aldridge, who was able to speak with head coach Tom Thibodeau. Dave, what'd you find out?
Okay, Kevin, thanks very much. He told me he's anticipating just as tough a game today as the first time they met this team, a result that did not go their way. He said, we know we're in the underdog role against these guys, and that's fine by us. We welcome the challenge. Well, let's see if they're up to it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And looking at tonight's matchup, Doris, of course, one thing that both of these teams were watching here, they share in common is being very athletic.
They do, and I think that's one thing that distinguishes the NBA from the college game is most teams in the NBA on any given play. So every trip down the floor, you're capable of watching something spectacular, where that might come on a far lesser percentage in college.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. A high-flying pair of Levine and Wiggins at the 2 and the 3. JUNG is out there with Garnett, and it's done in at the point. They get it again. Prez. And he uses the glass on the layup. Prez has got the game going here with the first basket for the Pistons. Dunn kicks to Wiggins. And Garnett has it in the corner. Shot on the wing. Rebound by Johnson. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Listen, the offense had the crowd's energy to feed off, but it doesn't explain a lack of effort on defense.
Prez with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. Johnson against Garnett. And the basket by Johnson.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
Yeah, that's taking the direct approach. He didn't shy away from the size mismatch at all. Just took it right to him.
Here's Levine following the basket by Stanley Johnson. Levine passes to Dang. Clock at 6. Levine kicks to Dunn to stop the run. And that one hits back iron. Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Prez dishes to Caldwell Pope. You talk to anybody around the league about Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and they'll talk about his defense. Just an absolute monster, Greg, how he can lock up a perimeter player.
And it's a rarity for a player so young to be so good defensively. He's got quick feet and is aggressive at pressuring the ball. Only 6'5", but has the wingspan of a condor and really makes it hard to get around.
That free throw good from Caldwell-Pope. And Caldwell-Pope drops them both. The Timberwolves have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
To the inside. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Caldwell-Pope's got 7 points in the game. Dunn passes to Levine. Garnett the screen. Levine kicks to Dunn. Poked away.
Man, they had high hopes for a fast start. They get out of the gates 0 for 4.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Well, in terms of rebounding over the last 10 games, these are the rookies that have been head and shoulders above the rest. Prez is second.
He's brought that physicality. I mean, given a chance to contribute, he's shown that he can battle inside with the best of them.
Levine dishes to Dunn. To the middle to stop the drought. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Left side Jackson. Prez with the screen for Jackson. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Levine wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Levine's got it back down to within single digits for Minnesota. Levine against Caldwell-Pope. Out left to the wing. Prez kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Levine. Timberwolves trail by 8. Down low. Here's Garnett, and it's blocked.
And you gotta respect the D. Prez just spiking the shot back thanks to that amazing reach.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Kicks it to Wiggins. Fires top of the key. That's good on the jump shot. Wiggins has got his first 2 points of the night. Pistons leading by 6. Doris, when you talk to Minnesota fans, there is a sense of optimism with this team that had been absent for so long. The Timberwolves are a franchise that had been very, very close to being good for a long time. Where are they now?
Well, I think, Kevin, fans think this is a team that could one day be playing for an NBA title. And they aren't wrong with the talent that are the pillars of this.
I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than them. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
To break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Quick breather and maybe scheme something up that we haven't seen yet in this game. We'll know soon enough.
Now, here's Dunn. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's the screen. JUNG with the screen for Dunn. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Here's Prez. On the 3 off target. Timberwolves trail by 8. To the paint. And Dang gets it to go. Zhang's got his first points of the game.
Well, the continued development of Zhang. How about that conversion against pressure?
Caldwell Pope passes to Prez. It's stolen by Garnett. Here's Drummond. Sinks that one from the post. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Dunn kicks to Zhang. Wiggins left side. Off the pick. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, the definition of an effort player. Zhang shows off that high motor, converts off the glass. Nice.
Back to Jackson. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Johnson outside. Feeds to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Prez with the ball. Working on Garnett. The Pistons have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That free throw missing. And Doris, we have a moment here. A question from one of our fans out there wants to know, in your opinion, what position in the NBA right now you feel has the deepest wealth of players?
Well, I think it's hard to dispute that we're living in the age, or the golden age, of point guards. And I would begin with one who has so many titles, and that's Tony Parker. So I know everyone describes Chris Paul as the best point guard in the league, and I probably concur with that sentiment. But championships matter, and so Tony Parker's in that discussion. But you're also seeing the evolution. Look at a guy like Russell Westbrook. I would say a non-traditional point guard, but the ferocity with which he plays, the athleticism, if you allow him into open space, he's going to destroy you. Then you look at the elite level speed that a John Wall attacks the position with. You look at a guy like Stephen Curry, the league's MVP, and the extraordinary handle and combination of handle and perimeter jump shot, and now the confidence to go in, use all the tools at his disposal to score inside. I don't want to leave anybody out. I'm just naming a few guys off the top of my head. I could go on and on and on about great point guards in this league. Hard to dispute that we're in the golden age of point guards.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And Drummond throws it down.
And as you get it all, outstanding passes to his guys who have clean looks at the basket.
And Muhammad kicks to Rubio. Pass to Hill. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Rubio outside. It's Hill on the wing. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Didn't have too much separation there, but that's some nice work. Good concentration to nail the jumper.
Smith dishes to Prez. Off target with his 3. Timberwolves trail by 6. Muhammad, the pass to Rubio. To the paint. Here's Hill. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws here for the night. No good on the free throw for the Pistons. Aaron Baines comes in for... Here's Jackson. He had 10 points in the win against New Orleans. So on the floor for Minnesota, Rubio and Levine together in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Garnett, and it's Zhang in at the 5. Home in the paint.
Yeah, really love Prez in these pick and roll sets. The D has no idea what he's going to do, which he uses to his advantage.
Now here's Levine. 11 points for him in that last game against Cleveland.
And when you look at the number of assists he had, you can tell how cognizant he was of wanting to involve his guys throughout the game.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Pelicans made some terrific plays. He ended with 16 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. His output helped his team stay hot. They're playing great, unselfish basketball right now. We'll see if they can keep it up tonight. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
It's become the expectation from this guy, not just the productivity, but the leadership.
Here's Levine following the basket by Prez. Levine kicks to Garnett. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Garnett's got his first basket.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And what a return it's been for Kevin Garnett here to Minnesota. The franchise that drafted him, played the most games with, won the MVP with. And Doris, it's been a great homecoming to see him transition in the next generation.
And Kev, you can't say enough about the impact KG has on a locker room full of young players, right? His intensity, his approach to the game is few and far between in the NBA. Not only one of the greatest power forwards to ever play, obviously, but one of the greatest leaders in NBA history. Yeah, I thought he was rushing his shot early on, but not here in the second quarter.
Johnson dishes to Prez. That one wide left.
Has to be smarter, guys. I mean, we all know he can make that shot, but the defense was in his grill.
And Levine throws it down.
We're just going to call him Mr. Zach LaVine, another highlight reel finish.
Jackson kicks to Johnson. Prez with the screen for Johnson. Inside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's on Kevin Garnett. For Detroit, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. No good on that one. Well, Doris, the NBA is consistently evolving, changing all the time. What are the biggest changes you've seen in the league over the years?
Well, this should be an interesting conversation because if you think about Michael Jordan's era and how little impact the three-point shot had on the game, to the point where 2 years ago, Greg Popovich says, Kevin, and you've been calling the NBA a lot longer than I have, you can't win without the three-point ball. It's simply impossible. Would you say that that's been the single most significant change?
Probably brought more in focus with what Curry and Thompson have done. I love the ball movement.
It's a lot of fun.
The game is so much more pleasing to the eye now than, say, in the 90s.
Okay, and let me ask you this. So we talk about the three-point shot. The other thing with Golden State, and you mentioned Steph and Clay, this small ball, is that sort of a revolutionary thing that perhaps is not going to go back?
Well, the athletic ability, the length of their arm span, the ability to jump, they can almost equal what a big man would do, even in a smaller frame, a different kind of form, and maybe they've been able to adjust that way. I mean, what do you think?
It's as you know, and you know this better than I do, it's a sort of a reactionary league. And so you saw a team like Washington go away from a double low post that got them to the Eastern Conference Finals, try to play small, and they take a step back.
Yes, good point. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Dunn's checked in. And Minnesota has possession, trailing by 2. Here's Garnett. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Garnett's got 6 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Morris passes to Prez, and the rejection by Jang.
Well, the timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgui Dieng does on the defensive end.
Here's Garnett. Chance there to take the lead, missing. And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against New Orleans.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Well, it's no doubt. It's so much easier to run your offense if the defense is not trying to take away any of your options.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Jackson kicks to Johnson. To the inside. Prez dishes to Drummond. Rebound by Dang. Jang's got 4 rebounds in this game. For 3, Levine. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Prez kicks to Jackson. The dish to Drummond. 9 feet out. Drummond with another miss. And the call will be against Prez.
I'm Prez.
That's his first foul. Harris is checked in for Marcus Morris. Timberwolves also changing it up. Nikola Pekovic comes in for Gorgui Dieng. And it's Muhammad in for Andrew Wiggins. And here is Dunn. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. Muhammad, the pass to Pekovic. Dunn, wide open, he fires. That three off the mark. Pistons trailed by 3.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hold it.
Right, which they should. No reason not to use the rest of the clock here. Sometimes even the simplest things are ruined, but they've got to.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Minnesota on top as they end.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Rebound's a big part of your start in the first half. Do you think this game is going to come down to who hustles the most?
I mean, you know, usually does. And we did a good job with that in the first half. So hopefully we can continue that moving forward into the second.
We're going to see, man. Appreciate your time. Thank you. All right, back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Let's go, gentlemen. We still have one more half. These guys are relying on one man to beat us. He's wreaking all kinds of havoc on the perimeter. Do not let him get to the hole. Match his aggression and double team him when he drives to the hoop. We can still win this game. Defense, fellas. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Palace at Auburn Hills. That's a look at the Renaissance Center, which dominates the skyline in downtown Detroit. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
Well, he's given us every reason to anticipate big scoring outbursts, and tonight no exception.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Prez out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Johnson in at the 3. Well, around the league, former coach of the year Tom Thibodeau is known as one of the best minds in the game when it comes to defense. He helped get that Boston defense up to snuff when it won the 2008 title and led the way for the Bulls in their success.
Well, Kevin, look no further than the Celtics teams and Bulls teams under his tenure. They were the best defenses in the game. Coach Thibodeau holds everyone responsible for their part in the defense. He also knows that rebounding is crucial to what you're trying to do on that end.
Done with it. Guarded now by Jackson. LaVine kicks to Garnett. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
Not what they were looking for. 3 straight misses to start the third. Boy, very surprising he clanked that one. Everybody in the building thought that was down.
Left side, LaVine. Now done. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another miss by Minnesota.
Boy, they can't buy one right now. 0 for 4 to start the second half.
Johnson, a wide open look, and it's all evened up. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
And terrific passing by Prez. So skilled at moving the ball around the floor.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Reggie Jackson went from a backup in OKC to signing a 5-year, $80 million contract in Detroit. And Stan Van Gundy said, we liked his ability, but what we liked even more was he's a guy we thought would not change once he got the money. This is a guy who's really driven to be as good as he can be. Kevin, he has definitely made some strides.
Thanks, D.A. He wanted that starting role, and he's earned it. Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And for Chris Dunn, everyone told him to enter the draft after 3 years at Providence. His father, his coach, could have been a first-round pick back in 15. Instead, he decided to stay one more season, earn his diploma. And I'd have to say it's worked out pretty well for him.
Ricky Rubio checked in for the Timberwolves. And Dunn, undergoing 2 shoulder surgeries in college, took a medical red shirt for his sophomore season.
Yeah, and that was on his right shoulder, his shooting shoulder. You wonder if he can get even better shooting the ball with time.
For Detroit, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. That free throw, no good. Doris, we asked fans to write in questions for you. We've had thousands, literally thousands of letters, emails coming in. The fans want you to answer questions. So here's one I just picked out of the fishbowl here. This is from Joe in Portland. What are your hobbies outside of basketball?
Yeah, I think this might surprise people, but I love to cook, Kevin. Not that I'm going to spend 3 hours in the kitchen, but having been the mother of 2 children, I love to cook. My daughter loves to cook with me. The other thing is I live at the ocean, so you can find me on the water.
I want to be one of your kids. My gosh.
It's not a bad life.
Now, I picture you as like with a towel draped over your shoulder and coaching, thinking it through, but enjoying the cooking process.
Oh, there's no question. I'll tell you what, if I make a good dish, just like John Thompson, the towel's over the shoulder, but if I have thrown it down, that towel goes in the air.
You can cook.
No question.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Caldwell Pope outside. Morris outside. A three-pointer, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Garnett. And the layup's good off the glass. And it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Morris dishes to Prez. And a look at Prez there, just punishing the rim.
And you love the ferocity that Prez finished that playoff with. No layups for the big
Prez.
And the call will be against Prez. That'll be his second foul. So it's Detroit now. They've led by as many as 11 points. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. A high-flying pair of Levine and Wiggins are the 2 and the 3. Hill is out there with Jang, and it's Dunn in at the 1. Dishes it to Jang. Hill inside. Got a piece of it. Jackson with it. Caldwell Pope outside. Outside Jackson. Here's Drummond. That shot off the mark. Hill with some nice D. Here's Dunn. The pass to Hill. That's tipped. Jackson against Wiggins. Jackson kicks to Prez. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Fires it up. Good on the short little jump shot. Drummond's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Pistons. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Wiggins from outside. It's hauled in by Harris. Detroit leading by 6. And stolen by Jang. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, Andrew Wiggins, if you allow him to work in space, turn the lights out.
Now here's Prez. Harris outside. Pass to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Hill. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Levine with the ball. Wiggins from outside. Again, Wiggins missing. Detroit's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Harris wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Pistons lead by 7. Minnesota's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Dunn kicks to Wiggins. Shot from 12. Again, Wiggins missing.
Yeah, hard for them to shave this deficit when they've got him shooting such a low percentage.
Prez passes to Jackson. And stolen by Wiggins. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Wiggins with the ball. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And Dunn is spectacular, seeking contact and getting it. Even more impressive that he makes these shots as well.
Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Hill.
You can watch Andrew Wiggins play for 5 minutes to see how naturally scoring comes to this guy. He's always moving without the ball to find space to attack the rim or try to get open. And he is a guy that will continue to add to his skill set so he can put up points in a number of different ways.
Prez with the screen for Caldwell Pope. Here's Prez, poked away. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Dunn dishes to Jang. Jang with a screen on Harris. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Dunn kicks to Zhang. Now here's Prez. He's guarded closely. Harris kicks to Prez. Harris against Wiggins. Prez with the screen for Harris. Lock at 6. Shoots from the elbow. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Boy, plenty of time left in the clock. He needs to keep his poise. That's his 4th foul now.
Timberwolves trail by 8. And here is Dunn. Pass to Levine. Wiggins left side. Poke loose. It's stolen by Harris. He kicks to Prez. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And now a 10-point Piston lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Nice job, Orange Juice. Hustle up, take a seat. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Remember, you're my Pippen, you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they would.
Stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He does not think they're giving him everything. He said they've been faster to us all night. Loose balls, rebounds, everything. We got to wake up. It's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We got to seize this game. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Thanks, David. Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. Minnesota also with the sub. Rubio's checked in. And with Wiggins, it's best to be patient with his development, and they have been, to the credit of the Minnesota Timberwolves organization. But Doris, most feel once his three-pointer becomes a consistent weapon, his game is really going to take off.
I think that's exactly right, Kevin, because Wiggins can make threes at a decent clip right now, but even a slight improvement may push him to the point where he's at elite scoring levels. That first step, coupled with a strong three game, would make him virtually unguardable. You know, if he continues to work on his shot, you know his deep game will come along soon enough.
Detroit leading by 7. Caldwell Pope outside. He dishes it to Drummond. Drummond is doubled. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Garnett with the block.
KG G has always had tremendous instincts, sends another one back the way it came.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Shoots from the elbow. Misses off the right iron.
Yeah, that's a shot he'll take, again, if he's given the chance. We all know he can knock that down.
Johnson outside. Now the feed to Prez. And stolen by Wiggins. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Close to automatic when he's up at that line, especially when the ball game's a close one.
The Pistons leading. Johnson outside. Drummond up top. Caldwell Pope outside. Johnson kicks to Jackson. Inside, Kevin Garnett with the steal. In the corner, it's Levine. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Levine delivery in a big moment. What a game we've got.
Caldwell Pope passes to Prez. Here's Drummond. It counts. And the foul. It's on Kevin Garnett. And you could feel the crowd react as one.
Guys, what a blast of energy that just sent through this entire building. Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Kicks to Wiggins. He feeds it to Jang, 16 feet away, and that one comes up a bit short.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Oh, the confidence he exudes, the toughness. He just gets inside shooters' heads.
Prez with the bucket.
And Prez scores from anywhere, inside, outside. This guy does it all. Well, the clock has become their worst enemy.
They need fast, efficient possessions, and that may not be enough.
Here's Jackson. Here's Drummond. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And now it's an 8-point Piston lead.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
Yeah, I wouldn't take my foot off the gas just yet, but it's...
Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
Jang against Drummond, and Jang kicks to Garnett. Rubio dishes to Wiggins. They need this. Rebound, Detroit. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Out to the right wing. Now Prez. Prez with the screen for Jackson. Here's Prez, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 10.
And feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
Give some credit to the hometown crowd. They were a huge part of their success. The fans will leave happy tonight.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Berg, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
What's up, Steve?
What's going on, Prez? Guys back in the studio want to talk to you.
Perfect.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Kenny, man. Congrats on a great win. Another one tonight. Now, what's been the key for you guys in this streak?
I think the big thing for us is, them making sure we're all picking each other up on both ends of the floor. We're moving the ball great on offense, and our help D's been fantastic on the other end.
Well, I think it has been, and you guys keep up the great work and work hard for the rest of the season, man.
Yes, sir. You got to stay out of trouble up there.
Oh, we will.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew, all 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Yes.
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.